There's...
That scared me for a second, Morris.
This game is spooky, Jesus Christ.
Okay, so far got nothing.
Alright. It's been low activity so far.
I'm picking up nothing.
I'm gonna pick up the bone, alright. My self-defense...
Walrus.
My self-defense... Oh god, you gotta leave, I gotta leave.
Oh, where'd you find it?
No, the bone. I went in by myself and picked up the bone by myself. My nerves got the most of me, so I had to leave.
Oh.
In a world overridden with games that feature jump scares and scary imagery, you know, like Five Nights at Freddy's, Outlast, and the awful Paranormal Activity game, Phasmophobia jumps into the scene in only its alpha stages at the time of recording this, and it terrified me in just the tutorial level. It immediately sucked me into the fear of whatever is possibly lurking around the corner, completely unseen by everyone that plays the game. As of right now, you cannot play as the ghost, so you have no idea what to expect when you first boot this up. This game is one of the most terrifying things I've experienced in a very long time. Today, I'm gonna teach you how to beat it. Oh, wait a minute, I got something on the spirit box. Special thank you to my two patrons, 7HNL and Disco and Haze. These fine gentlemen, as well as the other future patrons I have not mentioned here, made this guide possible. If you too would like to access my videos early and ad-free, suggest the next video, and see behind-the-scenes content, you can find a link to my Patreon page down below. Okay, that was weird. First things first. Mic setup. This is so that the ghosts can hear you in the game. No, I am not making that up.
Can you give us a sign?
Alright.
Anything? Not you.
And yes, the ghost gets even more aggressive if you say the right things.
Hey, Helen! Fuck you!
You can do this in the main menu by going to the audio settings. Step 2. The pre-entry. Now you're in your van, and you have about 9 pieces of equipment in here as a beginner. You have a timer located above your computer. If you are just starting out on amateur difficulty, this will save 5 minutes. These 5 minutes indicate how long it will take for the ghost to get more aggressive. You want to set up your stuff as quickly as possible in the ghost room. If you're in the Tanglewood house, this should be no problem. Maps like Asylum and High School are a different story entirely. You can also view the whiteboard in the room for your additional objectives, the ghost's name, and who it reacts to. Also, do not be fooled. Every ghost is a violent ghost, no matter what the radio man says. Step 3. Equipment. Starting out, you have a flashlight, an EMF, ghost book, ghost box, a video camera, photo camera, and a UV light. All of these tools will help you identify the ghost. You can play the tutorial mission to see how every one of these gadgets work, but here is a quick rundown. The EMF goes off the closer the ghost gets and the more powerful the ghost is.
Oh, that does, yeah, but the EMF doesn't. I thought you were talking about the EMF. EMF 5.
The UV light shows handprints on doors, windows, and light switches, as well as footprints if you have salt and the ghost steps in it. The video camera has night vision and can show ghost orbs on the monitor in your truck.
That's cool. Ain't that great?
I'm gonna set the book here. Okay, any gorbs? Yes, ghost orb, check.
Ooh, Gorb.
When you find the ghost room, you can set the ghost book down, and either immediately or over time the ghost will draw inside of the book, or write specific words.
Do you mind writing in this book, please? Oh, okay.
If you use the spirit box in the ghost room, you can ask it questions, and sometimes the ghost responds.
You know what? Why not?
Give it a
I have the
shot.
crucifix.
I'll go
I
get
have
it.
the crucifix.
I'll go
I want
get
the
it.
crucifix.
I'll go get it.
I'm,
Alright, have fun.
that.
Oh, ask her to write in the book, too. Give me the damn box.
I can do it. I can do it. Hello? Are you here? Okay. Spirit box confirmed.
Lastly, if you see your breath when you talk, you have freezing temperatures.
I am Pope Doomer. I'm here to, ooh, we got freezing temperatures.
Step 4. Infiltration. Now it is time to actually go into the building. You want to locate the ghost room as soon as you can. Be on the lookout for creaks in the floors not made by you or your peers. Light switching and flickering, telephones, and otherwise spooky noises or happenings. The EMF is the most common ghost detecting device just starting out. You should start with that and keep an eye on your breath when roaming around. Be warned, every room can be the ghost room, entry included, basements included, but outside is completely safe. Step 5. Investigation. This is where the fun begins. You want every bit of evidence you can find. Nothing isn't a clue. If you find the ghost throwing stuff around, it could be a poltergeist. If you find your sanity running lower than usual, Yuri is on the table but not entirely confirmed. If you find a Ouija board, you can narrow down your search too. Phantoms and demons are common among Ouija board sightings. If you ask it questions and your sanity stays relatively level, you may have a demon. You can use the rest of your tools like your ghost book, sweeping the place with UV, and checking cams for ghost orbs. Be sure your camera is actually facing the room.
Oh, found a bone too.
Oh, bone. Bon appetit.
Step 5.5. The hunt. If you piss off the ghost enough, it may start getting angrier and come after you. You have a few different ways to tell if you are being hunted. The easiest way to tell is if your flashlight, the lights in the building, or your UV starts flashing. There is only one way to survive in the early game. Hide. You also want to stay away from doors or duck behind something when a hunt begins. And for the love of God, do not say anything and turn off all equipment that makes noise. The ghost can hear you, remember?
It did not like the bone pun.
I didn't know.
Step 6. The journal. You can reach by your right shoulder for the journal, or press J, input your evidence, and get out before it comes back. Bada bing, bada boom, you have money. That's pretty much all the information you need, but there's obviously more to it than that. So, being the generous pope that I am, I have a few miscellaneous tips I can give you. Bring your buddy with and stick to them like glue. If they have different stuff on them, you can kill upwards of 3 birds with 1 stone. Shades also won't hunt you if you are nearby your group, giving you an extreme advantage. In fact, for survival reasons, sticking by your friend against a shy boy can really help you out.
Finally, Jesus. Oh, it is not happy.
If you are on a larger map and do not have map awareness yet, you can even have them guide you out of the house from the truck. As well as that, keep an eye on the ghost information and notify their weakness. These can also narrow down what kind of ghost it is depending on what they have done. Obviously, looking at their strengths helps identify them better, but their weaknesses help your defense against them. For example, the crucifix stops most ghosts from hunting you, and if you throw it at the ghost, it usually can't kill you. Smudge sticks can also temporarily protect you too, making the ghost stop most of its activity in the room for a short time.
Grenade! Ah, fuck.
Oh, well. That works. She might be mighty pissed now.
Another useful thing is to keep an eye on your sanity. There's a certain ghost that can attack people one at a time, so if someone's sanity is lower, they are likely the target or they have been around the ghost the longest. Yuris are particularly guilty of draining sanity very quickly. If you spend maybe 5 minutes in the haunted location and already have 40% sanity remaining, it could very well be a Yuri. Then you have the shy shade. This ghost is really hard to find evidence on, usually appearing or showing signs when people are alone. Its weakness is also groups of people as opposed to attacking everyone like an Oni or a Yuri. Speaking of whom, the Oni loves attention and is one of the easiest ghosts to spot, but is also extremely dangerous. Nose goes. Oh, it's right there. Evidence will be a breeze on amateur and even intermediate at times, but professional difficulty is where you'll want to be vigilant. I haven't encountered many Onis either, which makes them all the more terrifying when they do show themselves. By the way, if you are ill-equipped for a hunt, never say show yourself. You're more than likely to encounter a wraith, one of the most common ghosts there is. An easy way of identifying the wraith is to bring salt. Most ghosts walk, but the wraith is known to fly most of the time and does not leave footprints. Which means you can sprinkle some salt in the ghost room at high activity spots and shine a UV light to find it. Poltergeists are pretty spooky too. When at activity level 10, instead of hunting, tracking players, or otherwise just being annoying, poltergeists can throw large objects around and make a huge mess. I unfortunately don't have any evidence of this, so take my word for it, it's particularly terrifying, and I recommend you get out of there while you can.
There. Oh, so you can go right
yeah,
there.
that
You're
moved
staying
everything.
in that room.
That moved everything.
That has to be a poltergeist. That has to be.
That
a
is a
poltergeist.
poltergeist.
Demons are where things get a little interesting. The Ouija board can spawn in certain maps and has a high likelihood to drain all of your sanity if you are not careful. As a side note, prolonged use of the board can make the ghost angry and attack you. However, if you check your sanity and see that you haven't been denied all of your sanity after asking the question, demon is definitely on the table. And finally, take pictures. Like, a lot of pictures. If something happened, take a picture of it. The more evidence you have, the higher your pay will be. This includes handprints, bones, which you then can pick up for even more money, the Ouija board when it is lit, a ghost throwing something, or an actual picture of the ghost.
Who's a master ghost hunter? It's me. Thank you very much.
And that should be enough to get you started on your 222 hoops, ladies and gentlemen. I may update this guide when the future updates come out, as well as individual maps if you would like me to do that. Haunting the subscribe button helps you stay up to date on my uploads, and liking the video helps everyone else by sending this guide out there. No, seriously, everyone and their grandmother is playing this game. Even Carol is playing this game, and Carol don't do shit. Anyway, that'll be it from me today. One final thank you to 7HNL and Disco and Haze. Have a lovely day, and don't forget to drink water.